So this could be a multi-hour adventure. Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video it's E46 time. E46 rear subframe bushings replacement. E46 is really, the E46 chassis is really old at this point, so these things become, if it's on a car, then it really usually starts to show rust signs and such, and in a sense that things are getting old these days, E46 wise. So everything that is E46 is really becoming old, I guess that's the point. In any case, let's get to what I'm going to do here, or what you may want to do. E46 subframe, I think they are all the same as far as I can tell. I'm not 100% sure about M3s, I should probably look that up, but this is a regular subframe of I don't know, I know it goes on to a 330. What we have is, and what you may want to replace, I guess, or if you're planning on replacing bushings, these are the bushings that we have here. So we have 4 bushings that hold this up to the car's chassis itself. So here is the 2 that are rear. So this wider part is the rear, this narrow part is the front of the subframe, and that's the forward front of the car. This is the back side of the car. These 2 brackets here, that's where the sway bar goes, and these bushings are pressed into the subframe, so we'll have to be pressing them out. We will be pressing them out. You may or actually be doing that job too. In any case, we are pressing out bushings, and like I said, 2 bushings are here, 2 more bushings are here. So this is the front. Are they different? Yes, they are different. As you can see, these mounting bolts holes here are significantly larger compared to what we have here. These are smaller. These look like just regular M12 bolts. 2 front bushings, 2 rear bushings, they're not the same. So that's 4 of them. And then we have, of course, the differential mounting bushings. We have 3 of those. There are 2 in the front that are like this, and there is 1 bushing in the back right here. Yeah, that's just 1 bushing here. This is the side bushing. And by the way, you can see that this is ripped. I should probably do a close-up and show you what happens to these bushings, and I probably should grab a screwdriver and just move them around. Let me go grab a screwdriver. So here's a large screwdriver, and this should demonstrate how these bushings flex. So this is this one. You can see that it flexes if we go to right. So what I mainly wanted to show was this rear side differential mount bushing, and this is the one that I can see cracks on. If you really look close here, you can see that's all cracked. The rubber is cracked around the core, and this gap just opens up if I do this. So that's this bushing with really a crack. And if you look at the front or forward, the differential mounted bushings, they are rather flexy, and they also are cracked. And I can see that now. So these bushings are all done. So right here, there's a crack in the rubber. Hope you can see it. But it's all cracked. The cores are still in place. They are not separated, but the bushings are done basically. And that's pretty much all that I have here to show at this point, in a sense that the next step is going to be, I'm going to go grab and see what extraction tools I have. I will probably use the same extraction tool that I used before, and I featured in my other videos where I was doing bushings, but so it's probably going to be the same, and I hope I have all the things that I need, diameter wise. If anything, I'm going to try and extract these with the tool that I have. If it becomes too difficult, I might just probably take this to a hydraulic press, but my point was to show how to do this with garage tools without a hydraulic press, without taking this thing out of the car. But well, this is a spare part, so that's why it's not in the car. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, these bushings that actually are mounting bushings, they look better, but or good enough still, but the differential bushings are all cracked. So let's go grab see if we have any tools. And we're going to remove these bushings, all of them, 7 in all. Forward differential mount bushing on this subframe, that's what it's like. If someone cares to know what it is, of course the inner diameter of this bushing is 12 millimeters because it's used with a 12 millimeter bolts. The outside diameter of this bushing is 46 millimeters exactly. So to extract this bushing, the way I see it, and of course it's going to be different if you have this in the car, unfortunately. So I guess there are two ways to push these bushings out, to extract them. So you can push them backward or you can push them forward. So you can see how this mounting, this seat of the bushing is folded over on this end. So what that tells me that if you have to extract it, you can use this large area to have this part of your extractor sitting against, and then whatever you use to push the bushing, I mean, you can push it out from this way into that direction, but there's nothing really, you cannot really get anything on this side because of the configuration of this subframe. So whatever you use to push the bushing out, and that's exactly what I used here. As you can see, it's a little bit undersized, but it's still good enough to really push this bushing out. So you can see the core of the bushing is extended above the outer shell. So this thing has a recess or a counter bore, and the diameter of this is 35 millimeters, and it's about 15 millimeters deep. That really is all you need. It doesn't even have to be that deep, but you can see how this fits nicely. I guess I'm going to demonstrate that right here. So this is one part. Of course, you have to have like a threaded rod or a long bolt. This is a 12 millimeter bolt, or in this case I think it's a 1/2 inch 20, which is approximately the same. So basically what you have to do is assemble this right here like this, and of course have this on the opposite side, and that's the whole idea. And then this bushing will actually go into this, and that's pretty much the concept. So now we're going to assemble this, and I'm going to just demonstrate the extraction process. In any case, this goes from the inside of the subframe. I guess I can flip it over and show what it's like. So this is the inside where the diff is. So once you remove the diff, that's the bushings. This one is gone, as you can see. And this is the one that we're going to extract. So again, as you can see, these things are not going to fit here. This goes in here like that. So imagine you have this in your car, something like this. So that's what you will see. You're going to have this tool right here. These are the control arm. You will have bolts here probably, but that's this thing right there. So I'm going to flip it over because. So now this goes on like this. And I just don't want to run this nut all the way. And I don't want to use, hand wrenches. So I'm basically spacing things out. And I'm going to put this nut on the end of this. And I'm going to line things up as much as I can. Like this. Clear enough, I guess. So in a sense, if this thing is in the car, you don't really want to have too much length. because you will have, well, I should really look, but in any case we have assembled this. I'm going to hold one nut, this nut on the back with this wrench, and I'm going to use this deep socket with an impact, and I'm just going to put it on, and I guess I'm going to crank it. I mean, you can do it manually with a ratchet if you don't have an impact. You can just, I guess for the sake of demonstration. So you can just do this, and that's basically moving it. So it's going to be a little bit tight, so I'm too old to do it manually. That's why I'm going to be using this impact. Well, a couple of things have gone wrong, in a sense that one of my bushings didn't go straight. This one is almost out, and that bushing in the back went in crooked. It did go in a little bit crooked. So once this bushing comes out fairly, what is it? Approximately, yeah, that's about 25 millimeters. So you can keep pushing it, I guess, or you can just knock it out, like, you can knock it out. Suppose you can. I guess I can push it more. Who says I can't? Let's do it. Let's push it more. There you go. So it locks up like this. You should line things in such a way that everything just goes in properly. I think that should do it. So there you go. And so now this one's stuck a little bit. So this one is a little bit bigger, so it gets stuck. So yeah, that's the general concept of extracting these forward differential bushings on E46. In conclusion of this part of this video is to extract. I'm going to say that to extract these forward differential bushings, 2 of them on E46. That's what the bushings are like. You have to have something like this to push it, something like this for the bushing to go in. I'm going to assemble it, I guess. And that's the basic concept of doing this. So as you can see, this was painless and easy. So I'm done with the forward bushings, and I'm not going to press anything back in just because I'm going to paint this whole thing, the whole subframe. So I need to get all the bushings out, and then I will have to, yes, once I paint it, I'm going to reinstall new bushings, or I'm going to install new bushings, and I guess that's going to be whatever the next part of this video. So the next bushing for the differential that we are going to be removing is the rear bushing. It's only one. It's on the back side of the differential, and it's on the side. This one is trouble in a sense that it's a larger bushing, and also it's almost impossible to get this one in a hydraulic press, even if I wanted to, because there is the sway bar bracket, mounting bracket right here. So if I try to push it out with the hydraulic press, there is really no way to do it. So here is the tool that I assembled, or that I'm using here. I'm going to go ahead and try to push this bushing out, because I already know that it is either rusted in or it's super tight, or both. Just pressed in and rusted in, and I don't know how old this thing is, at least 20 years old. It doesn't look like it has ever been replaced. So this is the tool. I'm going to try to remove it. I'm already using safety glasses just because everything is super tight, and if this thing comes out, I'm going to I guess go into details of this tool, what it looks like, and how it works. I just need to know basically at this point that this thing is going to work well, because if not, I will have to probably get a torch or something like that. Like I said, I already tried to tighten this nut right here on the left side, and it's really not moving much. It may be easier for you if your subframe is in the car. As you can see here, it's something's going to break. There's a lot of tension. I can tell that. And something just released. So this could be a multi-hour adventure. It's getting tight again. I think something is moving. It becomes real tight here. As an option, of course, you can use a torch and torch this up, make it hot. That crossed my mind. I can tell that some tension releases. I think it's moving. So yeah, that's what this bushing is like. Why I'm using this weird extension is because it's a 24mm nut on this side, and this is the only 24mm wrench that I have. After so many years of doing this crap, I don't have a tool. I don't have a wrench. Yeah, this thing is definitely going. Well, I guess I will see you in about an hour. This is one of those cases when there is no such thing as too much grease. I'm not a weak person, by the way, but this is just tight. I can see that the bushing has moved at this point about 25mm, and the total length to go is about 40mm. I guess I don't have to do a workout today. Sometimes you just have to push forward or push through. Are you not enjoying my accent? You should be. And you can understand what I'm saying. To conclude, this is the tool that or the setup that you need to have in order to extract this rear differential bushing. Not the rear differential, but the rear mounting. The differential's rear mounting bushing. I guess that's the correct way to say it. And this bushing was, again, this one has a metal outer shell or outer barrel, and this may rust in. And it was fairly tight. So that's how you extract these three bushings that hold the differential to the subframe on E46 cars. These are a little bit easier, I guess, in the sense that these are rubberized on the outside also, so they would not rust into the subframe. This one is steel. Since this bushing is steel, it has a chance of rusting in. The subframe has paint on the inside, but well, maybe it's just really tight when it's pressed in. So yeah. Well, that should be it for this how-to. And I guess the next part of this video, or a separate video, I don't know how I'm going to really cut it, is going to be replacing these subframe mounting bushings on E46.